Hi, does your child doesn't show any improvement or progress even after taking therapy for long? Hi, Namaste. I'm Kamal Sharma, speech language pathologist. Today in this session, we'll talk how generally a child learn from a professional point of view. The first point of that we need to really look after is if your child has any kind of sensory parameter, relaxing that parameter is one of the important things. Fulfilling the sensory need, like giving a games to play. You have to do therapy under the bright light or dim light, depend upon the hypersensitivity or hypersensitivity of the problem. Or let's say your child has a hyper vision problem, let's say that your child doesn't like a bright color. Okay, in such scenario, you need to paint your wall or design the items in such a manner that it gets attracted to the child. And if the child is a hyper, then your colors should be very contrast and bright. Likewise, if your child has a hyper auditory sensitivity, in such scenario, you need to put some calm, like a background music. Or if he has a hypersensitivity, then you need to put some rock music behind so that it gets very stimulated. This one, many of the parents suggest to put headphones. A therapist also suggests to put headphones, but I prefer like mostly or like open-ended, like putting in the speakers so that like he enjoyed being there. Because like I know definitely you may be thinking we cannot use the speaker on the roadside or something, and that time headphone will be suitable. Again, there will come the flexibility of the child. Even in the house, the child should be totally free of cost, so like free of like any like interruption. He can use the speakers and then try to do that thing. And then in the outside, he can flexible himself, he can make a flexibility of his choices, and then he can put a headphone. First thing. Second point is, when you are teaching a child, you have to use more of visual skills in the sense you have to use original objects. If original object is not there, idyllic object, like I have original object or a toys object. If both of are not there, then you are going to use the pictures card with the real object, not animated. Okay, first thing. Once you do it, you have to, if you are using with the picture card, then you have to go for the real object. Let's say you are teaching a child with the picture. From the picture, you have to go for object, like real object. If you don't have a picture, if you are directly going to real object, you can do it. Let me guide you how to do that. Okay, so you want to teach a one apple concept to the child. So what generally you do is, you do, this is apple, this is red in color, this is sweet. Okay, so you give the child a visual and auditory idea. Did you give him the gustatory, that means taste wise, olfactory, that means smell wise, or tactile, that means feel wise? Have you give the skills? That is the first thing. If you are teaching your child and your child is not getting appropriate stimulation through feelings, listening and the looking, then he is not having adequate learning. First thing what I will do is, I'll take an apple, I'll teach the child this is apple, and then I'll take this is a red apple, and then I'll say this is sweet. Then I will get a knife and a fork, I'll cut it in the piece in front of him with the knife. Tuk, oh, this is I'm cutting. I'll give instruction that I'm cutting something, and once it's done, I'm going to use a fork, and then I'm going to eat, and I'm going to say, yummy, it's sweet. And I'll give the fork a piece of apple to the child, and I'll ask the child to eat. And then we can eat at the same time even, and then we'll say, the apple is sweet. That is where it comes about the taste. Then what will happen, the child knows the taste now. Even let's say because of this vision issue he's not learning, because of auditory issue he's not learning, but now by the taste he knows what is apple. First thing. Second thing, next time whenever you sit, you will give a knife to the child so that he try to cut it. Okay, that become a skill development. You cannot teach your child one by one all skills. Okay, you have to combine. That is called inclusion skills. That what we call is the organizing treatment plan. When you organize, it become intrinsic. It should be inclusive, one activity at a time. Like now I'm peeling off the apple. Okay, in such scenario, what else will be there? Like he can peel off the onion, he can peel off the potato skin, like that. So when he will cut it, you can ask him to cut potatoes, cabbage, whatever, tomatoes, you can ask him to cut in the other type. So you have to look after the plan where you can organize all the things in a one setting, okay, so that your child learn multiple varieties, multiple things in a one go. After that, whenever you are going for a bathing also, you are taking him for a bathing, okay, so these are some natural thing that you will do in the daily day-to-day life. So you have, when you are doing bathing, you say that the boy is bathing, represent yourself as I am bathing. I pick the water with the mug. Make it very simpler. If your child knows one word, go for the two word. If your child know two word, go for the three word. If your child know three word, go for a sentence. If he knows for a simple sentence, go for little combined sentences. If he knows combined sentence, go for the complex sentence. Do not put so much of pressure on your child, okay. Then what happened, once you are doing all this parameter, once you are doing teaching everything step by step but multi-wisely, that will give a child natural learning. It's not a parroting learning, it's a flexible learning. One time you are cutting, one time you are testing, you are giving a sensory fulfillment, you are giving a sense feedback also, sensory feedback also. Wow, what a wonderful intervention plan that you need to plan in any skills. If you are traveling to roads and all, you are teaching something, keep talking about, oh, I see a temple, I see a hospital, I see a bridge. Keep explaining about everything. Sometimes the child need a multiple rehearsal, multiple training. Not like sitting in within the four walls, you will sit and then you will give a totally different stimulation. It's nothing like that, okay. So you have to make a child learn flexibly in the different settings. Teach about the different color while going in the car. Do not play music, put a very limited background music and teach about what is happening around. I know definitely it will disturb your enjoyment time when you are going to beach or somewhere, because you are personally targeting that you should go for that. But yeah, that should be funnable, that should be learnable experience for the child. He should enjoy, but learnable enjoyment, okay, that's what you have to do. When you are doing any activity in the house also, like you are cooking something, make your child sit beside you, give him one pieces of onion, let him try to cut it, give him a wooden knife, doesn't matter. Let him, he will try to imitate you. Many of us learn by imitating. Did you get cooking skills naturally? No. Did you went to attend some courses for the cooking? No. You learn by looking at your mother. Your mother sit beside you, or you stand with the mother in the kitchen, you see like what mother does. You does trial and error based activity, right? So why not allowing your child to do so? Allow your child to explore everything. Let him go personally, attend it, observe it, learn it. That is where your child will learn maximally. Very limited thing, I think around 5% you can teach in the therapy center by using many of the cards, pictures and all. Whatever the child learn is by exploring. I learn by exploring, you learn by exploring, all of us learn by exploring. So let your child explore. Well, if you would like to see more videos on the some more skills, please let me know. And please subscribe this channel and share among your friends. Thank you so much.